Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to show you exactly how to navigate your property taxes online, saving you a ton of time and hassle. We're going to break down the entire process of handling your El Paso property tax payments digitally. That means no more guesswork, no more frustration, and a super clear step-by-step guide to taking care of this big annual responsibility right from your computer or smartphone. Are you tired of waiting in those endless wrap-around-the-building lines just to pay your property taxes? Let's start with a simple question. Why stand in line when you can handle the whole thing from the comfort of your own couch? Every single year, taxpayers spend hours driving down to the tax office, circling for parking, and waiting in crowded lobbies. But what if I told you that with just a few clicks, you could complete this entire process securely and instantly? Well, today we're going to empower you to skip that line entirely. Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off with a quick property tax primer, then move on to locating your tax bill, explore online payment methods, look into flexible payment plans, and finish up with troubleshooting and wrap up. All right, Section 1, the property tax primer, understanding the basics and deadlines. Let's establish exactly what we're paying and why it's so absolutely critical to pay attention to the calendar. It's pretty wild to think about, but your payments are actually powering over 300 local services right in your community. When you pay your property tax bill to the El Paso County Treasurer or the city tax office, you aren't just, throwing money into a void. You're directly funding schools, municipalities, special districts, and crucial public infrastructure. It is literally the lifeblood of our local government services. Now, timing here is everything. Tax bills are traditionally mailed out in October, which gives you a nice window to get your finances in order. But January 31st, that is the hard deadline. The very next day, February 1st, those taxes become delinquent. And trust me, you don't want that, because it immediately triggers penalty and interest fees. Paying online is hands down one of the absolute best ways to make sure your payment is safely timestamped before that critical deadline hits. Moving right along to Section 2, locating your tax bill, finding your account online. Let's see just how easy it is to track down your specific information on the official portals. So whether you're using the county or the city portal, finding your bill is actually super straightforward. First, you just hop onto the official search portal and identify your property. You can usually just punch in your physical address or your parcel number if you have your physical bill handy. Once your property pops up, just click right on your account number. That takes you directly to a page displaying your property tax balance. From there, it's as simple as clicking the Pay Now button. Seriously, no confusing menus, just search, click, and pay. Okay, Section 3, online payment methods, choosing the right way to pay. So, you've found your bill, but hold on a second before you hit submit. Let's make sure you don't unnecessarily lose money to fees. The big takeaway here is that paying by e-check is a total game changer. Take a close look at this breakdown. If you pay through the city tax office, an e-check has absolutely zero convenience fees, totally free. If you use the county's escrow taxes portal, it's just a flat $1 fee. Compare that to using a credit or debit card, where a third-party processor will charge you a 1.98% fee on the city site or a hefty 2.5% processing fee on the county portal. On a tax bill of a few $1,000s, those percentage fees add up incredibly fast. Oh, and definitely note that painful $30 penalty for a return check. Accuracy is vital. So, if you go the e-check route, always remember to use the routing and account numbers directly from the bottom of your checking account. The authorities explicitly warn against pulling these numbers from a deposit slip, and you absolutely cannot use a savings account. A simple slip up there is what triggers that $30 returned check fee we just saw. Now, if you decide the convenience of a credit card is absolutely worth the extra fee to you, the portals do gladly accept Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and American Express. Next up, Section 4, flexible payment plans. Breaking up the burden. If paying one massive lump sum in January sounds overwhelming, let's explore how you can break that up. You don't necessarily have to drain your savings all at once. The county treasurer has rolled out this really neat cloud-based escrow taxes program, specifically to help folks manage their budgets with predictable monthly prepayments. If you own your property free and clear, meaning you don't already pay your taxes through a mortgage escrow, and your account is current, you can enroll. This is a massive relief for senior citizens on fixed incomes or business owners just trying to smooth out their operational cash flow. You just set up equal monthly prepayments electronically and you're good to go. The city steps up with some fantastic alternatives, too. They have a quarterly plan tailored specifically to protect our senior citizens, residents with disabilities, and disabled veterans, letting them break the current year's taxes into 4 manageable installments. They also offer an escrow plan to prepay next year's taxes. And hey, importantly, if you have fallen behind, the city offers formal delinquent contracts to help you catch up over time, provided you can meet the minimum down payment requirements. All right, bringing it home with Section 5, troubleshooting and wrap up, getting help and keeping records. Before we finish, let's talk about what to do when things don't go according to plan. Technology is great until it isn't, right? So, quick tech tip for you. If the payment portal acts up or times out, checking your browser's cookie settings usually fixes the problem immediately. For your security, these websites don't hold on to your credit card info, so if your browser is set to block all cookies, the connection to the payment processor might just fail. Simply adjust your privacy settings to temporarily accept cookies while you pay. And crucially, I can't stress this enough, once that payment goes through, keep a digital or printed receipt of your confirmation. Good record keeping is absolutely your best defense if there's ever a mix-up with your bill later on. Now, here's a really fun geographical quirk you need to watch out for. El Paso County is actually in Colorado, while the city of El Paso is in Texas. They operate entirely distinct tax offices, so make sure you're reaching out to the right place. For the Colorado County Treasurer, you'll dial the 719 area code. For the Texas City Tax Office, use the 915 area code. Always double-check your mailed statement so you don't accidentally end up on the phone with the tax office in a completely different state. Just a quick heads up before we wrap. Please note this disclaimer. Your specific tax situation is completely unique. This explainer is intended purely for informational purposes, to help you navigate these public tools. It does not constitute legal or financial advice. If you've got complex questions about exemptions, liens, or specific delinquencies, please definitely consult a qualified professional or contact the tax authority directly using those numbers we just discussed. So, are you ready to take control of your property taxes and completely skip the line this year? With all these tools at your disposal, you can go set up your digital payment right now and just enjoy a totally stress-free tax season. You know how to find your bill, dodge those pesky convenience fees, and even secure a flexible plan if you need it. So, now that you've got the keys to a frictionless digital tax season, what are you going to do with all those hours you just saved?